Hey everybody, Daniel from Basement Tech. Well, as I'm fond of saying in these situations, it's been a while since I put out a video, and I apologize for that, but a lot has been going on. As I'm also fond of saying, the astute among you will notice the background behind the CNC router is completely different. And also, there are some additions to the CNC router that you can see in this frame, and I'll flip the camera around and show you more of those. Well, what's been going on? Well, we've moved zimKnives and my little corner of zimTech into a new building. Getting the building prepared and ready for occupancy has really occupied my time for the last 6 or 8 months, but it's been fun and there have been some things to share. Let me flip the camera around. I'll give you a quick tour by way of apology. All right. Well, here we are entering the new shop. As some of you may remember, this is primarily the zimKnives knife making, blacksmithing, knife sharpening shop, but I also occupy some corners of it for things like the CNC router. Largely the equipment is the same, but the building is vastly different, as you can see. It's clean and bright. We've had to do a lot of work, like adding a fire barrier ceiling between this and the apartment that is upstairs. We also have a shop cat, which is kind of fun. I'm going to just walk around and show you a few of the projects that I'll maybe comment on in the channel going forward. You can see the CNC router has been kind of repackaged. We had the wild benefit of having all of the equipment in front of us as we worked on how to package it and put it into this space. The CNC router is a lot more compact. It has a new stand for its monitor and some new additions to the water cooling of the spindle, including that radiator, and the controller now is underneath now that it's stable and complete. This is the CNC mill that we built probably 10 years ago by now. It's completely unchanged from where it was then and continues to serve us well. There's a very large garage, which is going to be the blacksmithing shop, which is exciting. We're still working on exactly where everything's going to go. So there's this little bit of power distribution off of that 50 amp 220 outlet over there that serves us in the meantime. Walking over this way, you have kind of the woodworking area, which I've highlighted on a number of projects, including the play kitchen that I did for my grandson. The dust collector made the journey well. Once it reached here, we added the remote control from Mach 3 so that at the end of a run, the machine, the CNC router can turn that dust collector on and off. The belt grinder still continues to serve us well. Its dust collection is a little bit more permanently wired, or permanently piped in, I should say, and its controller is the same as it was back in the video on that project. Next door is the detailed knife assembly and construction, and then finally the dirty grinding room, which I'm currently in the process of enclosing a little better to keep the dust in here. The disc sander project has held up quite well and is working just fine. I'm sure many of you have figured out by now, this used to be a car repair garage when it was built, arguably back in 1927, I believe, and the ceiling used to be just there, supported by those beams. Again, we've converted it to this wonderful, spacious, and bright shop, and I think it's going to serve us really well. One of the next projects might be powering this 3-phase small Bridgeport mill, and/or down there, a 3-phase surface grinder. I hope you enjoyed the impromptu tour of the new shop as much as we enjoy being in it. Top of mind for me are finishing up a quick video about that remote control of the dust collector, fish tank automation, and a temperature controller for melting beeswax. Those things coming up. Thanks for watching.